those executive orders. And if you'll notice, we are on these executive orders extending them through January the 15th of 2022. That is to again give us time, should there be need, to come back in when we come in January for regular session. Gives us the opportunity to once again come in and extend those orders that are important. Obviously, throughout the pandemic, there's been much discussion about executive orders, administrative regs, and I think that much of that discussion has focused on the things that we disagree on, whether it be mask or whether it be capacity restrictions and other shutdowns. But by and large, most of the executive orders were very, very important, and I think most people were in agreement with. They were things that truly did impact and improve the opportunity for Kentuckians to navigate the pandemic. Things like licensure of healthcare professionals, things like price gouging, things that I think all of us could be for and support. There are some additions that go beyond executive orders in this, and I do want to highlight those and then answer any specific questions that you may have. The first is this will apply, the extensions of this will apply to the provisions that we passed this past year or this past session to Senate Bill 5, and will also apply to certain provisions of Senate Bill 150 from the 2020 session. Additionally, this will also extend the provisions of the state of emergency that the governor has issued for Nicholas County, and would like to yield to Representative Cook for explanation of that.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Cook, represent the 72nd District, which includes Nicholas County, Carlisle, the little city with the big heart. July 30th, we had a flash flood. We had 5.5 inches of rain come down in about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. We saw extreme flooding right in the downtown area. We lost 30 businesses underwater. We have 90 residences that have been knocked out. The support from the community, from the surrounding communities, has been incredible. We lost an ambulance bay, 2 ambulances, six fire trucks, turnout gear for the firefighters. We still have residents without housing, and the FEMA application is still pending. And it's just very important for us that people in Nicholas County need help, and I'd like to thank you all for the time. Thank you.
With that, I believe that explains the intent of the resolution. I know that there's 10 pages of these executive orders, so it gets a little cumbersome reading these from time to time. If there are any questions on any specific ones, happy to answer those. I know that everybody had a copy of this at least yesterday in its form. And again, other than, I do want to point out that in addition to the executive orders, it does extend the provisions of Senate Bill 5, certain provisions of Senate Bill 150, and the state of emergency for Nicholas County that Representative Cook just discussed. That happy to take any questions. Joined by Christy Trout and Eric Lyken from Speaker's office, legal team that worked extensively on these executive orders and coordinated those conversations with the governor's office.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our first comment or question comes from Representative Wheatley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Mr. Speaker, and all the preparation that obviously goes into this kind of a resolution, and the broad sweep of it is upon us, important, and we all recognize the tremendous challenge before all of us to both marry the governor's executive orders and to bring the legislature's imprint on these orders. I have a very specific question related to open meetings. So the executive order, and I could read the number, I think it's on page 2, Section 8, where it refers to Executive Order 2020-243. It does extend that order, but not the full, not all of the order. And the question I have relates to open meetings and whether or not there is still the exemption or the availability for virtual open meetings for all public agencies.
Yes, there are.
So that's the intent, that would still be available.
Correct. I can't tell you exactly what was modified out of that, but that provision does survive.
All right, thank you.
Representative Minter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To follow up on Representative Wheatley's question, specifically to city commissions and county fiscal courts, would this provision in Section 8 referencing the Governor's Executive Order 2020-243, would this also allow fiscal courts and city commissions to operate virtually if they need to?
Yes, it does.
Okay, thank you very much.
Very good. Representative Decker.
I wonder if extending the executive order allows the governor to issue new executive orders. The executive order extending the emergency, does that allow him to issue new executive orders for 30 days?
The governor presently has the ability to issue executive orders under the provisions of Senate Bill 1 or Senate Bill 2. However, any order that is substantially similar to one that had been previously authorized under that state of emergency would not be permissible. But certainly the governor still has the authority to issue executive orders regarding a number of things. So we're not eliminating that ability completely, but anything that has been issued under this state of emergency that would be substantially similar would not be.
Thank you.
Very good. At this point, we have no more questions. Do we have anyone online or non-committee members that wish to ask a question? We have a motion, the resolution. We have a second. I will second that. Richard Heath. Any other questions?
Mr. Chairman, I think it needs to be noted for the record that Representative Heath seconded that. I don't think the chairman can make a second.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I think I think Tipton and Heath did it about the same time. Thank you. Seeing no more questions, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Bowling,
Yes.
Representative Bratcher,
Yes.
Representative Decker,
Yes.
Representative Duplessis,
Yes.
Representative Flood,
Yes.
thank you. Representative Graham, was that a yes? Yes. Representative Heath,
Yes.
Representative Heverin,
Yes.
Representative Johnson,
Yes.
Representative Maddox,
No.
Representative Mentor,
Yes.
Representative Nemus,
Yes.
Representative Smith,
Yes.
Representative Stevenson,
Yes.
Representative Tate,
Yes.
Representative Tipton,
Mr. Chairman, I'll explain my vote.
You may, 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think House Joint Resolution 1 demonstrates exactly how Senate Bill 1 is supposed to work, where the legislature, the people's body, makes these decisions, and I vote yes.
Thank you.
Representative Upchurch,
Yes.
Representative Wheatley,
Yes.
Representative Miller.
Yes. Matter passes. Same two shall pass on the House floor. Is there any other business to come before? If not, I would ask for a moment of silence for the former chairman of State Government Committee, Brent Yantz, who passed away of COVID a few weeks ago. Thank you. We are adjourned.